Deluded Guna here, people. No doubt you've seen it, Arsenal fans, football fans, whatever. The latest rumour, we know we've seen Ox, Alexis, Osama, all of these players. Mustafi to now Inter Milan. Sky Italia are reporting that personally, him and his agent slash dad have agreed personal terms with Inter Milan. Wenger was coy. He didn't say it's going to happen, but he didn't rule out Mustafi's departure in his press conference. Like I said, personal terms agreed allegedly with Inter Milan. No fee agreed with the clubs. Allegedly, Inter Milan are trying to get around FFP. Someone more in the know can get in the comments, but apparently Inter Milan are trying to get around it with a loan with the option to buy to get around FFP problems. So yeah, Arsenal want to permanent, if it is anything, recoup their 35 million or however much we paid for him. Now, you can never expect Arsenal to do the rational thing. I don't think we should sell Mustafi. Personally, I think he's a good centre-half. I think he's one of the best in the Premier League. Not the best, but one of them. He needs a lot of work. Well, not really a lot of work, but he needs a lot of ration out a lot of rough edges. Mainly getting too tight on men, because it leaves a lot of space, and you create a lot of fouls. There's been a couple of times we've conceded free kicks or things of that nature as a direct result of his rash nature. At times, I like aggressive centre halves, but it's got to be in play. He's young. He's 24 years of age, and into that point, I will say this: if Mustafi, we know Wenger's seriously has a problem with bettering players of recent years. There's for every example of him doing it positively, there's 4 or 5 that haven't reached their potential. Don't get me wrong, players need to meet him halfway, and a lot haven't. But yeah, so yeah, if Mustafi was under Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, Sir Alex Ferguson, who else? Yeah, mainly them. They're the only examples coming to my head. They would have got rid of this getting too tight to players thing. It would have been out of his game a long time already, and you would have seen him playing better and developing more as a player. First 6 months, what did you hear? Costafi, especially when we beat Chelsea at home and they both kept Diego Costa in his back pocket. Now, the next 6 months that followed, along with everybody else, he played pretty poorly. Now, if we were going to sell him, cool. I mean, I think every player has a price, but personally for Arsenal, I don't like to see certain players leave. Well, don't get me wrong, I expect everyone to leave, but I don't like certain players leaving because we're not going to be aggressive to get like-for-like replacements or better. If we were any other club, any of the English clubs, the top English clubs, or the Real Madrids and things of that nature, if they sell X, Y, Z, it's direct replacements. None of this nonsense and trying to shoehorn people into positions that they're not made for. By all means, if you want to sell Mustafi, sell him. I can't see what he's done wrong, or allegedly he's spoken up in training. That sounds about right because of the man's mentality. But yeah, man, if you're not gonna get a like-for-like replacement, if I had my way, Renagli, he's not exactly like for like, and I hope I said his name right, the Juventus lad. We're seeing the rumours of Van Dijk. If you were gonna get Mustafi as a means to get Mustafi, I mean to get Van Dijk, you're getting rid of Mustafi. Again, it's baffling, but at least I can see where you're coming from, and especially 7 days or less away from the end of the transfer window. So imagine that we sell Mustafi, we sell Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's committing even more suicide. Like I said, we're not gonna replace these players, and if he was, fair enough, but we've already got enough problems. We've already been over the summer not being able to get centre mid targets, winger targets, and things of that nature. So, do you really trust a side that still arguably, you could arguably now with Lacazette's arrival, just replace Van Persie? Could you really expect this side in 7 days to bring in a like centre half or better? And depending on what happens with Oxlade-Chamberlain, I very much doubt any of you will. Now, we've made a hash of it. We, out of all the big sides, needed to start the season well, needed to plan in pre-season. Of course, we had targets, but we've got no clear indication of if we're trying to get young players with immense potential, young players who are currently good enough for the side with the scope to get better, experienced players, creme de la creme players. What I mean by them players like Lacazette, like Alexis at 1 point, Ozil, that's going to take us to the next level, which should be who you're trying to get, it goes back to me when I always tell you guys the players I want, we cannot get for this club. I believe we should go down that route, because the club won't. But I mean, on the basis that what do we always hear? Oh, 1 or 2 away. We only looking for special players. Surely you're going to be a bit more extravagant with your money for when them sort of players. But it's Arsenal, man. Like I said. Now, between Ox and Mustafi, who knows what's going to happen? It'll be pretty telling if they play against Liverpool. If they don't, we haven't heard any noise out the Arsenal camp in regards to question any of these rumours. We don't know if they're true or not. You have to take a pessimistic approach as an Arsenal fan, and you'd like to think off topic, man. What's going on with this Draxler business? well, if I was him, I wouldn't sign for Arsenal. But we need to show some intent, shoot beyond the stars, man. I'm hearing 32 million and things of that nature. Come on, what are we doing? Between him and a couple others, we should be trying to do things. But who knows, man? You better have. All I'm saying is, surely, again, and I stress this, Arsenal never have a plan. But surely you have to have some sort of plan or something up your sleeve if you're going to really confident about selling Mustafi, if true, Oxlade, if true, and whoever. Surely there's something. Surely. Now the Van Dijk news to a Liverpool's gone out and gone very quiet. So make of that what you will. I would love for us to go and bring that in if that is the case. But that's all me just giving you guys scenarios to think of. So we don't know until anything actually happens. But guys, to Lou Laguna, I'm signing out. Get in the comments. Thank you for watching.